Good morning. Is Kavinda here?
Kavinda is not here, madam. I put a message in the main group list.
Okay, then he will send it that to me because actually I want to get that list to check whether the student are present or not during their presentation. Anyhow, we can start because actually I think you learn so many important areas relating to marketing with Dr. Professor Lalit, right? Last 2 weeks. Other than the introduction, I have already discussed to you, right? Marketing philosophies and the marketing information system with marketing research as well, right? Then today we first section we are going to discuss some important areas that I have already assigned you to do under the group activity. Anyway, if you are ready, you can start. Any group, if you are ready, then you can start with your presentation. Take minimum times like 10 to 12 minutes. So that would be the maximum time period allocate for each group, right? So I don't know whether you are ready for the presentation. If you are not ready, this time actually I gave how many groups today ready to present? How many groups?
Eight groups, madam.
8 groups, right. So then there may be 15 groups. Am I correct? All groups around 15. You don't know, right? That's why I want to get that list anyway.
16 groups.
16 groups,
yes.
Right. Okay. So group 1 and group 9. Are these people here? Group 1 and group 9.
Yes, madam. Group 1.
Yes. You are group 1. Group 9.
Yes, madam. Group 1.
Yes. Right. Anybody from group 9?
Present, ma'am.
Yes. Right. So what's your name? Tell me the group 9 person. One
Sorry,
person.
I'm from group 1.
Group 9?
I'm from group 1.
Right. Anybody from group 9? Group 1, you can present. Group 9, your time is to evaluate that group presentation. Both groups can get marks, right? Shall I
share the screen, madam?
Yes, I give the chance to share your PPT.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Right. Is group 9 here? Anybody from group 9? Right.
Shall we start, madam?
Yes, group 1, you can start.
Okay, thank you, madam. Okay, so a very good morning to everyone. We group number 1 will deliver our presentation today on different states of demand. So here shown are the group members of our group. And without a further ado, let's move on with the presentation. So today we would be discussing about the different states of demand and how marketing management can act as the demand management. So marketing management can be identified as the process of planning, organizing, implementing, and controlling marketing strategies. The task of marketing management is to increase the demand of a company's product. So for this, the company has to create the demand. At the same time, they need to maintain the expected level of the demand, and also they should try to fulfill the demand as well. Therefore, we can basically say that the demand management is equal to the marketing management. So as we all know, many people might want products, but there's a few people who would be able to buy those products. So as we know, the ones who have the ability as well as the willingness to buy a product would be considered as the demand. So this particular demand can vary from time to time. Therefore, to meet up with this changing demand, marketing management people or personnel has to take different strategies. So the task of marketing manager here is to design and implement marketing strategies to face the states of demand so that the organization can achieve its goals and objectives efficiently and effectively. So the different types of demand states would include negative demand, no demand, latent demand, declining demand, irregular demand, full demand, overfull demand, and unwholesome demand. So to cope up with these different states of demand, different types of marketing strategies should be implemented. So such demand states and relevant strategies will be explained in the due course of this presentation. So now I would like to invite Shalita to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Yashoda. The very first type of demand is negative demand, which occurs when a product is disliked by its target customers. The product might be beneficial, may be good in quality and affordable, but the customer doesn't want it. Examples like services like dental treatments, insurance policies face a lot of negative demand. Because rather than going to a doctor or taking an insurance policy, people prefer taking measures to avoid these services. Another example is taking vaccinations. People may dislike taking vaccinations due to some post vaccination health hazards or side effects. In order to prevent negative demand, we can use some strategies like convert the dislike into a like by redesigning the product. By doing research, we can analyze the reasons for these dislikes for a particular product, and then we can create an awareness about the value and the benefits of those products. Apart from that, as a marketing strategy, we can use aggressive promotions as well, which aims to build relationships over time by strengthening the brand awareness and offers the content and information customers are seeking. For an example, Softlogic Live's Leather Letter campaign, which inspires Sri Lankan families to embrace Honda leather culture, can be identified as one such example. So that's all about negative demand. Now I invite my friend Ayesha to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Chalita. Let me explain what is the meaning of no demand. No demand means in this type of demand, marketer think there is a demand for the product in the market, but the reality is there is no demand for the product in the market. Product face the challenge of no demand. Here, customers are unaware or uninterested in this type of product. Foreign language courses, modern farming methods, computer courses, English courses. We can take as examples. In many cases, a company lost their market value by not analyzing this demand. It means if a company keeps producing a certain type of products, thinking that there is a demand for the product, it will end up suffering huge losses because people will not purchase their products. As I mentioned earlier, this type of demand happen because of customers are unaware about the product, or they are not interested in buying this type of products. In this situation, as a marketing strategies, we can create and increase customer awareness of the product, and we can use aggressive promotions to attack customers. Also, there is a different ways to connect customers' benefits of the product to the person natural needs and interests. This also we can use as a marketing strategy. As an example, use excessive advert relating to Korean language classes which are conducted in Sri Lanka. So, Dimanti, now over to you to explain hidden demand.
Thank you, Ayesha. Let's see latent demand. This hidden demand is when the existing products are not satisfied the customer's present needs. Producers need to understand the latent demand of the customer. To understand the latent demand of the customer, we need to question our customer what they really want. In today's time, there are very few needs for which any product hasn't been made or developed. But still, there are many needs of the people which are unseen by the marketer. The products which are invented or developed during this type of demand gain almost all of the market of that product as it is new to everyone. Every time a new model of a mobile phone was launched, it tackled a new need of the consumer. Whether it would be sending messages, talking face to face via video call, shopping online through mobiles at one place only, and many more. But there are still many needs that do not have a solution, even though the needs are very important. As examples, eco-cigarette, affordable organic products, evaluation of smartphone. To overcome this, we have to do marketing research, taking customer suggestions and feedbacks, product innovation while doing research and development activities. As marketing strategy, the marketing task is to measure the size of the potential market and develop effective goods and services that would satisfy the demand. Over to you, my friend Saumya.
Thank you, Dimanti. The next type of demand that we are going to discuss is decline in demand. The decline in demand happens when the consumer preference for the product is gradually decreasing. So this decline represents something more serious than a temporary drop in sale. For an example, the demand for Walkmans, Nokia 2G, 3G phones, payphones, floppy disks, DVD players, VCD and VHS players. The task of marketing is to identify the causes of this decline and to establish strategies to avoid this decline in demand. So there are a set of strategies that can be established. The first one is remarketing, then rebranding, repositioning, which can be established in the market. For an example, the Nokia Mobile Valentine's Day social media campaign is one example for the repositioning of which is an example for decline in demand. So that is all about decline in demand. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask. That is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Soumya. You have mentioned all the detailed things. One particular question. Any group 9 members are here? Anybody from group 9? Right, if they are not participate the lecture, then they get the 0 marks for the evaluation section, right? That is the interaction I expect from your groups. Everybody need to when the one group present, other groups which I nominated to evaluate or get some extended examples and something to fulfill that presentation. If it is not, they will lose the marks, right? I don't know why they are not asking. They are in group 9, right? Anyway, you one particular thing I want to clarify. So you put so many times. Do aggressive promotions rather than doing aggressive promotions. You may need to explain, so to create awareness campaign. Awareness based promotional campaigns is essential. Likewise, you have to change your idea under the marketing strategy or the marketing task section, right? So that is the simple thing I find your one, and many recent examples your group presented, right? Okay, thank you very much, your group. All members, I don't know whether all members are here. Anyway, who is absent today? Group 1? Anybody absent? Right.
Everybody is present, madam.
The Asian is which group? Group number 2.
Group number 2, madam.
Yes, okay.
From group number 2, madam.
Some members excuse because
Yes.
I remember the name. Maybe some group 8, group 2, likewise, right? Anyway, shall we ask to present the next 4 demand states from the other group? So group number 2.
Yes,
right?
madam.
That's your chance. Okay.
Yes.
Right, start. Group number 10 is here? Is group number 10?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Please go through this presentation and then add something comment it actually relating to their presentation and their examples. If you agree, then you can provide some extended examples. Anything else you can discuss relating to this one with 2 minutes, right? Okay.
Okay.
Please hear their presentation very right. Start.
Okay. Good morning, all of you. We are from group 2, and we are here to present the next 4 different demand status. First of all, this is our outline, and this is our group members. Among them, one person is not presented in today, and let's move on to the introduction. As mentioned, that demand is mainly characteristic by 2 points, that ability and willingness to buy. These are the main 2 points. And when it comes to the marketing manager, it's the only person who responsible to stimulate the demand with comparing with other field managers. They are mainly handling the supply management, and the only person who are handling the demand management is the marketing manager. Then I would like to move on to the different demand status. As I mentioned in group number 1, they are mainly highlighting about the how negative demand, no demand, latent demand, and decline demands, how they are implementing, what are the marketing strategies. Now we are here to present what is mean by the irregular demand, full demand, over full demand, and wholesome demand with the Sri Lankan context strategies and examples. So, Premila, it's time to you to.
Thank you, Ranil. I am PKM Disanayaka. I am going to talk about irregular demand. Irregular demand is the demand which is not consistent. This will vary on a seasonal, monthly, weekly, daily, or even hourly basis. In this type of demand, the sales of a product or service fluctuate too much. Sometimes it goes to the extreme top and sometimes it goes to zero. Also, company has to change its marketing strategy from time to time due to this irregular demand. This happens because of the seasonal or time-based needs of the product. The customer only wants the product in a certain period or season, due to which they only buy the product in that particular season. The sales curve of these goes up and down for such products in season to season, as shown in the figure. Siva, over to you.
Thank you, Pramila. I would like to discuss Sri Lankan irregular demand with examples. The best examples of irregular demand is seasonal product like umbrella, air conditioner, and resort. These products sells irregularly and sell more during peak season, whereas their demand is very low during non-season. Sri Lanka has its own variety of such products, such as food items, for example, rambutans, mangoes, and sugarcane. The festive items, so for example, during the Vesak season, the Vesak lantern, and the Christmas season, the Christmas trees, and the Tamil Single New Year, there is a huge demand for some special food. For example, sweets, kavum, and our cultural dresses. There are more culturals in Sri Lanka. They huge demand in during single Tamil New Year and Tamil New Year, and also our Muslims festival. Apparel items such as school uniform, Halloween costume, even our national flag also sold more before our Independence Day. These are the examples of irregular demands in Sri Lankan economy. I would like to invite our Sanjeeva to continue our discussion.
Thank you, Siva. Full demand. When a company achieves full demand, the consumers buy what company produces and send to the market. This is what management at any company willing to achieve. At this level, the company is achieving its corporate and marketing objectives. Both management and customers are happy, and people want to buy from the same company. The marketing strategy should be at this level is to maintain the same level of demand by continuously monitoring and adjusting marketing campaign as and when customer preferences or attitude change, and if there are any competitive threats appear. It is important to keep monitoring the demand status, then the company can adopt the correct strategies. For example, few years back, the rice market in Sri Lanka were under full demand, but due to various reasons, it is now moved from full demand to over full demand. To talk about the examples from Sri Lankan context, over to you, Dhanush.
Thank you, Sanjeeva. As we all know, there is a market equilibrium and the full demand in the market. When we consider about the practical examples for full demand in Sri Lankan context, medicine can be identified as the product which have the full demand in the market, because whatever the medicine doctors are suggesting, consumers are going to buy based on that prescription without looking at the price or any marketing activities of the company. If the company increase or decrease of the price, the demand for the product will not change based on that marketing on that price. Next slide, please. When it's come to the service sector, the emission test for vehicle can be identified as a full demanded service in Sri Lanka, because it is a must for obtaining emission test for every vehicle in Sri Lanka, ignoring any factors that affect the demand for a service. So these are the examples for full demand. Over to you, Aisha.
Raj, let's move on to the overfull demand. This type of demand generates when there is a limited manufacturing capacity of the company for a product, but the demand for it is more than the manufacturing capacity. It means that demand is more, but supply is less. The brand equity of the company is highly affected in this type of demand, due to which sometimes companies use demarketing techniques to decrease the demand for their product so that the sales can match the demand. These companies have limited manufacturing power, due to which there's a chance of consumers switching the brand, which results in loss of both market share and brand equity. So this is the main type of demand or classification of demand that help a marketer for demand forecasting and managing the demand every time. There should be fast and accurate decision making by the marketer, as the challenges and effects of this type of demand can both ruin the company's reputation as well as take it to the sky heights. Over to you, Himantri.
Thank you, Ayesha. When we look at the examples for overfull demand in the current Sri Lankan economy, so at the moment there is an overfull demand for fuel in the country, for petrol and also diesel. So this is because the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has a lack of foreign currency to be able to purchase fuel. So also, if you look at a broader picture in the future, because of the ongoing war that is happening in between Ukraine and Russia, there will be a global shortage of fuel, because Russia will stop supplying fuel to the market. So this would make for an increase in the level of overfull demand for petrol and diesel. Over to you, Gaisha.
Thank you, Himadri. I'm going to explain about Holzman demand. Consumers may be attracted to products that have undesirable social consequences. Holzman demand is the other side of negative demand. Generally, negative demand is created when customers does not want the products, even though products might be necessary for the customer. But in the unwholesome demand, the customer should not desire the products yet. The customer wants the product badly, and that may harm consumers. People are aware of bad effect of the product, but they are still attracted to these. Business can help protect customers by educating consumers on how to enjoy their products safely, by adhering to safety laws and federal regulations. Business can fulfill their responsibility to create products that better serve a customer. The strategy of wholesome demand. Marketing must manage the demand more effectively than the competition in order to successful and must be prepared to respond and react to what happens in the marketplace. Not only in terms of existing and potential consumers, but also in terms of competitors' activities. The example of horseman demand. Alcohol, cigarette, pirated movies, firearms, and crackers are the most common example of horseman demand as it is harmful to society, but customers are attracted towards these. That's end of our presentation. Thank you.
Excuse me, madam. Hello.
You can't hear me, right? Okay.
We did hear all this time, madam.
Yes.
Yes.
Now anybody from group 9 can comment.
Excuse me, madam. One more thing. From our group, there are 2 members not present today. I think both of them informed to you, madam.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
We are group 9, madams. Our group members are here. I think.
Yes, anyone else can provide anything relating to their presentation. Just 2 minutes you can use. Only that? Okay? So
Yeah,
right. Right? So demand description is very nicely done, and the examples is also relating to the recent Sri Lankan economy. But I am not happy about your strategy, marketing strategy part. So I asked one question from group 10. What do you mean by synchro marketing? Which demand situation connecting with the synchro marketing strategies or the task? Right. That is one question. Please try to find what is synchro marketing. If you give some answer relating to that one during the other present time period, so you can get some additional marks for your group. Right. Anyway, group number 3. What's your title?
Okay, madam. We will do that.
Yes, you can share. Any group members member as leader you can appoint. Who is the leader in your group? Everybody need one person's name to ask the
Group 9, madam. You are asking?
Yes.
Yeah, all members are here, madam. I can be the group leader, madam, for the group 9.
Group 9.
Yeah, my registration number I have mentioned in the Zoom name also. My 11 MBAD 2021 note 11.
What's your name?
R Vivekananda Rasa, madam.
Vivekanand. Okay. Right. Then relationship marketing and this different customer relationships. Right. So then demand management. Shall we? Right. After that we will discuss. Okay. Relationship marketing and different customer relationship groups. Okay, who is in this group?
Madam, we are group number 3.
Right.
Shall we start, madam?
Anybody can appoint as the leader?
Yeah, madam, it's me. Shanika Kumarasinghe.
Shanika. Okay, Shanika, start.
Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to present about the relationship marketing and different customer relationship groups. And we are from group number 3, and here are our group members. And for today, we all are going to do the presentation. So first of all, let's get an idea about this relationship marketing. So relationship marketing means it's the formation of long-term relationships with the customers. So we know that most of the organizations are carrying their business activities with the purpose of profit maximization. So in maximizing the profits, they all are trying to bring new customers, to attract new customers to their companies. But bringing new customer is not the only solution for this. So the company has to satisfy the existing customers in order to retain them in the market. And if the company is going to bring new customers again and again, and if the company is losing the existing customers, so that is not a good thing. Then their final result may be a zero profit level, or it may be even at a negative, because bringing new customer will cost the company more. And when we are talking about the goal of this relationship marketing, it is to create very strong, even emotional customer connections to a particular brand. So after establishing such a connection to a particular brand, it will lead to ongoing businesses to succeed through free word of mouth promotion, and also the information will flow from one customer to another customer, and ultimately the profitability and also the loyalty will improve. So let's see about the levels of relationship marketing. So in here, there are 5 levels of relationship marketing, as basic marketing, reactive, accountable marketing, then proactive marketing, and the partnership marketing. So a business should start with the basic marketing in order to create a customer base first. After creating the customer base, they have to work through the remaining stages in order to get to know their customers, and then the company can provide the best products and services, even the possible experiences to them. So this will ultimately build the loyalty. So next we are going to explain you about the different customer relationship groups. So Moyumi will continue. Thank you.
Okay. As explained by Shanika, customers are the most important stakeholder to an organization. So companies should identify which customer group that they need to acquire, retain, and build relationship with. Because sometimes most loyal long-term customer may not be the most profitable customer to an organization. So the company can categorize customers based on their potential profitability and need to manage relationship with them. Here we have identified one classification base which identify 4 relationship groups based on potential profitability and projected loyalty. So those 4 relationship groups are as strangers, butterflies, barnacles, and true friends. My colleagues will in detail explain about these 4 relationship groups in detail in the later part of this presentation. So, Dulani, over to you to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Mayuri. According to the potential profitability and potential loyalty, 4 groups are mapped as per the grid shown in the slideshow. In this grid, vertical axis represents the potential profitability, while horizontal axis represents the projected loyalty. First category is strangers. They are both potential profitability and projected loyalty is low. When it comes to butterflies, even though their potential profitability is high, projected loyalty is low. When it comes to barnacles, their projected loyalty is high and potential profitability is low. Most important customer group is true friends. Potential profitability and projected loyalty both are high in true friends category. My friends will explain each group in detail with the examples.
Thank you very much, Dulani. All right, based on the potential profitability and projected loyalty, the first customer relationship group is called as strangers. These strangers
show low potential profitability and their loyalty towards the company, maybe their products, services, or the overall company is very little, simply not considerable at all. Why? Because the gap between the company's offerings and the stranger's needs is just too large or they do not fit with each other. These strangers barely bring in revenue and also not loyal to the company. For an instance, we can take the foreigners who visit a country for a shorter time period and leave without spending much money. When it comes to foreigners, now the trend has changed a bit because they come for a shorter period and also they don't spend much. They will not use luxury hotels, high class meals. Instead, they will go to the food cabin alongside the beaches. So these foreigners do not bring much revenue to the country. The strategy to handle these customers is very simple. Simply, the company should not invest in them at all because the potential to develop any profit or the loyalty towards the company is very little. So, over to you, Sachini, to brief on the butterflies.
Thank you, Amy. The next customer category is butterflies. Butterflies are potential profitability is high, but they are not loyal. Butterflies have need that fit the company's offerings. That means the company's offerings are in line with the needs of butterflies. Real butterflies, we can only enjoy them for a short while and they will be gone. Butterflies are always searching for a lower price or a different shopping experience. They have no loyalty and always in search of a better deal or a new promotion. As an example of butterflies, I can say someone that supports Microsoft in general but buys the iPhone since it happened to be the best available phone on the market. And also, there is another example that means the investors who trade shares often in larger amounts, but they are not stick to one single brokerage company. Therefore, if companies spending on advertising and marketing would increase the profitability due to these butterflies in the market. Thank you. And the next part will continue by Udari.
Thank you, Sachini. So, in under butterflies group, they should engage in satisfying and profitable transaction with each other and incorporating as much of their business as possible in the short period of time that those who buy from the company. So then it should stop investing in companions until the next time it comes around. As an example, actually, we can say in real nature, butterflies do not feed only one flower, but move to every flower like some of the customers. They will consume the product for a while and shift to another substitute or a brand. So next relationship group will be explained by Suganya.
Thank you, Daddy. I'm going to explain about Barnacle's groups of customers. So, Barnacles are the customers who are highly loyal and give little profit to the company. There is limited fit between a company's offerings and their needs. It means that they make no full, not even large partly use of the firm's offerings. However, they do it over a long period of time and regularly. Say, for an example, the smaller customers of a bank who bank regularly but only in such small amounts, and the return generated from them are too low to cover the cost of maintaining their accounts. They are loyal customers, but that doesn't mean that they are desirable. So, barnacles may be the most problematic customers. Therefore, a company should try to increase their profitability by trying to sell them more or by raising fees or maybe reducing the services to them. Otherwise, those are not possible. Company needs to fire them. That's all. Over to you, Pavitra.
Thank you, Suganya. True friends are the customers, those who are very profitable and highly loyal to the organization as well. There's a strong bond between companies' offerings and customers' needs and wants. Example of true friends would be the so-called Apple fanboys that buy whatever products Apple releases simply because they think so highly about the company.
So the company should work very hard to retain and grow the customers. They should give more utmost attention and increase the interpersonal relationship with the customers. They can give special discounts or offers for the loyal customers in order to increase the relationship between them. So finally, the aim should be turning true friends into true believers. Since word of mouth is very important in marketing, the company should work so hard to maintain the good image with these type of customers. Therefore, they can get benefits in the long term as well. Thank you. Now Charit will conclude the presentation.
Thank you, Pavitra. In conclusion, the customer relationship group can be defined as a set of individuals with whom you interact regularly and share common needs, goals, and interests. As such, they provide an excellent opportunity for the organization to develop deeper relationships with the customers. So, first of all, each company should identify who their customers are and which group they are related to. Then a company should create strategies according to their group. Therefore, there should be have strategies for long term objectives and short term objectives. Like for two friends, they can have long term objectives, but like butterflies, they should not have long term objectives. Likewise, if they have created strategies according to the group's categories, it can be an effective way to develop the business and improve the organization goals in terms of increasing the sales. Thank you, madam. And if there are any questions, please welcome.
Yes, group 11. If you have question or if you can comment, provide something relating to that, at least why it is important. Customer relationship marketing, why it is important. Because today we are talking about the customer oriented business. Your philosophies also still highlights the importance of customer centered businesses, right? Then your presentation part, at least I am very happy about the 5 levels of relationships you mentioned and the different groups, 4 groups, especially considering the 4 examples. Normally, I take the banks and some of my common examples. Rather than that, you are getting some extended examples that will really benefited for your group, other group members. So that is very important task you have already completed, right? So I am happy about your presentation. Any things or any things if you want to add, group 9, 11.
Hello, madam. Good morning. I'm from group 11.
Yes.
Yeah, we evaluated the presentation and it was clear. And
Yes.
they have elaborated the goals of the relationship marketing very well. And also they have clearly mentioned how the classification of the relationship marketing is based on the potential profitability and projected loyalty with clear examples. So overall, the presentation was clearly elaborated and presented very well.
What is another relationship section? Relationship marketing, normally we want to focus 2 aspects. What is the other relationship part? Any group? Other than the customer relationship? It is very important to the partner relationships, maybe the other stakeholders. Yeah. Who is trying to speak? Let's tell me.
Yeah, madam. I'm from group 3. It should be market sensing ability. They have to consider about their competitors.
Yes. What's your group?
I'm from group 3.
3. Yeah. So then the partner relationships, that is we connecting with the suppliers, distributors, government and everything. So how can we connect with the other stakeholders than the customer relationship? Okay. Group 3, you can get full marks, no issue. But the other students who are not present in today, they can provide some extended we use about the title that students who are presenting any time, any group, right? Other than the presenting group. Okay, right. Then the next one. Okay, any question or any clarification?
I am group 10. Shall I tell Shrinko marketing what is?
Yes, I got that through the chat box. Group 9 mentioned what is synchro marketing. Yes, you also can explain synchro marketing.
Yeah, madam. We are group 9. I sent that.
Yes, I got that one. Okay, I can allocate some marks considering your things. Right. Okay.
Thank you,
Madam, can we answer the question which asked from another group?
Yes. Yes, ask. It's open to everybody. Otherwise, you are not. No need to attend the class. So everybody, it is open. But especially, I ask some questions and comments, especially focusing on specific group. Other than that, right? Okay, anybody can ask and get clarifications if you want more clarification, because these things at least we have to allocate as the essential readings to understand the marketing. Under the overall understanding, you may need to understand basics. That's why I am asking you to refer these things and come present it on behalf in front of your friends, because they can get some understanding about these things. We have no much time to go through each and every sections. That's why we are talking about that. Okay, right. Then next time, any groups want to ask questions or maybe add something, you have time. Then the group number 12, they want to comment on the presentation about group number 4. What is your title? Group number 4? Maybe Valif. Purnima?
Yes, good morning, madam. Our topic is customer delivered
Customer delivered value. Right. Right.
Can I start, madam?
Yes, Purnima, start.
Good morning, everyone. We are the group number 4. Today we are presenting about customer delivered value. Here are the in the next slide we have mentioned the group members of our group. All group members are presenting today, and slide please. Customer delivered value is the difference between total customer cost, categorized into two categories as total customer benefits and total customer cost. Total customer benefits is about the bundle of benefits and expect from a given product or expect to incur in evaluating, obtaining, and using the product. To carry out the given classroom activity, we have selected retail sector, and under retail sector, we have selected both Keels and Cargill supermarkets, who are the leaders in the retail sector, and we are giving suggestions to large supermarkets based on Keels and Cargill supermarkets. Over to you, Dilmi. Next slide, please. As I mentioned, customer delivered value can be divided into two categories as total customer focus as image value, personal value, service value, and product value. Also, in total customer cost, there are 4 factors, which are monetary cost, time cost, energy cost, and physiological cost. Over to you, Dilmi.
Thanks, Purnima. So let me explain the brand image of Love Supermarkets. So the brand image can be defined as how the customers perceive the brand in their mindset, and it's a unique bundle of associations with regards to the brand in consumers' mindset. So in order to improve the brand image of Love Supermarkets, we can suggest several strategies and tactics that they can use with compared to the other supermarket chains in Sri Lanka. So the first one, we can suggest that improve the culture of the organization to provide the brand promise, which means when it comes to the culture of the organization, the culture of Love Supermarkets can be identified as very non-innovative and very traditional culture. So, but when it comes to the other supermarkets like Kiehl's, Cargill's, and Spa kind of supermarkets, they have very innovative, trending culture. So, if they can change into something like that, Love Supermarkets can change their culture into very innovative, visionary culture, they can provide more brand promise and increase their brand image as well. So the second one is develop and function a successful loyalty program. So they already have a loyalty program called Labandi Hour, but but it's not function very properly. So when it comes to Kiel's loyalty program and Cargill's likewise, they are functioning it very properly. Like they do promotions for it, and they do offers, they do discounts for it. Likewise, it's function very clearly. So if the labs also can do something like that, do giving more loyalty points than other competitor brands, will be very helpful to increase the brand image as well. So the third one is set up and invest in brand guidelines. So when compared to their creative visuals and commercials and everything, we can identify that they have no proper brand guideline, proper brand font, the font colors, and brand architecture. There is no proper brand guidelines behind the brand Love Super. So if they also can use create and set up a proper brand guideline by experienced creative director, it also will helpful to increase the attractiveness and the increase the visibility of the brand in the industry compared to other supermarket chains. So the other one is consider for a successful rebranding concept. So all us know that Kiehl's has gone for a trending concept, the green concept and sustainable. So if LAF also can do something like that, sustainability concept, a trending concept behind their brand, it also will helpful to increase their brand image. So the next one is build brand values by collaborating with other brands and influencers. So they also can use influencers to increase more positive brand image into the brand. So in their social media platforms and other even offline also, they can use the influencers recommendations. Likewise also will helpful to increase their brand image. So the next one is improving the brand online and social media. And in Lab Supermarket, social media platforms are not functioning properly, so they don't update the content frequently. Likewise, it also helps impact negatively for the image value or the brand image, and the personalized brand offerings and positive recommendations by the customers. So if they can properly function the social media platforms and their website and all other online platforms, they can ask customers to
leave positive recommendations in their website and other social media platforms. It's also helpful to other prospects and other followers to get a more positive image towards the brand, and they will switch the brand into Love Supers. So that's the brand value and the suggestions that we like to give for Lab Super. So over to you, Purnima, to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Demi.
Try to speed up your presentation.
Is personal value. Next slide, please. Demi, next slide, please. The next point is personal value. Values are the beliefs and goals that transcend specific situations to more.
Not audible.
In a number of customers.
Can you? It's not audible.
Sorry, madam.
Can't hear you.
Sorry, madam.
Can't hear you. Now it's okay.
Madam,
say loud.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry. Sorry.
Right. Start personal values.
Personal values. Here we have mentioned some suggestions that we. Sorry. Personal value. Values are the beliefs and goals that transcend specific situation to motivate behavior. Here we have mentioned some suggestions that we can give to markets to improve personal values. It has programs like Peels and Cargill supermarkets. And also they can adopt to it.
Again, there may be some issue. Anybody in this group can continue? Group number 4. Any student can continue.
Also,
right. Yes, continue.
I'm sorry, I'm having also Love Supermarket. Also,
if you have internet connection error or
also
connection
Love Supermarkets can.
Yes. Udima. Your group present has problem, other can continue. Other member from same group. I can't hear you. Others can hear.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Dilmi, can you present?
Yes. Now it's clear. Right.
I'm sorry, madam. My internet connection is not.
Yes, you can ask your friend to continue if you have problem.
Hello.
Dilmi, can you present?
Hello, Purnima.
Hello. Yeah. Sorry.
Hello. Yeah, Tanuja here. I will continue from the suggestions part. The personal value, as Purnima explained, that I think you have an overall knowledge on the personal value. So I will move to the suggestions directly. So we have suggest Love Supermarkets to enhance their personal value on the points that we are giving in the suggestions sector, so that we suggest them to use the e-commerce site of another platform of value personalization. So love supermarkets can adopt to e-commerce in order to increase the personal values. So, and as the second suggestion, we suggest them to do variations of the products that then to increase their product ranges and the varieties with the love supermarkets where the customers have number of choices. So that is all about personal value. So I think the other colleagues will continue with the next value that coming under the perceived value.
Thank you, Tanuja. When it's come to the service value, service value accounts for any service offered with the product that makes the experience of using the product enhance. Any kind of help or assistance would fall in this category of benefits. Service values in Love Supermarket, they provide various range facilities apart from the range of retail products under one roof, such as store also features pharmacies as well as bill payment facilities, and ranging from groceries and fresh and frozen foods and many other services they provided. And next there are 24-hour supermarket services given to customers, as well as to build up loyalty customers. They offer loyalty card and their promotions and discounts, and they offer in-store shopping experience as well as online shopping experience. The next suggestions to Love Supermarket. When we compare the Keel Super and Cargills, Love has no customer attraction much more. The reason for that, they are the Keels and Cargills created uniqueness and innovations by offering MMS value added services, such as
right, you can skip that one. You take too many times, right? That one I can go through later. Right, skip that one. Right.
Okay, Miss.
Right. Explain the product value.
Thank you, Ashini. Now we can move to the product value. Product value is the perceived worth of product in the eye of customers. It is the key concept in product development and pricing. It can develop a product that has significant value to customers at a price that is perceived as fair. It may sell well. The following factors affect to the product value: functionality, features, usability, convenience, reliability, availability, sustainability, like that. Then move to next slide. Today, the sustainability of the Cargills is about the exact product which offers to its customers by controlling the comparative product strategy to its consumers and business market. Cargills, including convenience and shopping products, more than the specialty brand by aiming end users and customers' needs. The product line and product mix is mainly included in the production, such as Cargill Kids, Cargill's Magic, Cargill's Pharmaceuticals, which are mostly influence the customers to its production philosophy. Mainly, Cargill's developed with family branding by using the firm's product with the same name, such as Cargill Kids, Cargill's Magic. Next slide, Hilmi. There are the strategies of Cargill, which are the suggestions for the other supermarkets, which are produce high quality products with reasonable price under Cargill's brand, high product differentiation, utilize fresh and quality raw material, and use standardized production method for their production. Well-trained and qualified staff provide better services to increase the customer attraction, introduce promotion, discounting, and related benefits to increase product value, facilitate selection with price range, and Cargill's facilitate to their customers to order online and provide quick and safe delivery and maintain good appearance of the production. Then
Thank you, Ayesha. First, we discuss how to customer perceived value increase by increase total customer benefit. Now, we discuss how to increase customer perceived value by decreasing customer cost. There are we discuss monetary cost, time cost, energy cost, and psychological cost. Now, we focus monetary cost of Love Supermarket. Monetary cost means amount of liquid fund that the product or service cost a customer to buy. It includes monetary value of expenditure for suppliers, labor, and other item purchase. In Love Supermarket, monetary cost is higher than other major supermarket. So there we suggest some suggestions for their improvement. First, we suggest buy direct from suppliers. Some vegetable fruits they can directly supply from suppliers. Other than that, they can introduce online shopping and upgrade their technology. Overdue, Anisha.
Thank you, Indika. I'm going to explain about how to deliver. Give me next slide, please. I'm going to explain about how to deliver customer value by minimizing, reducing their time cost. The time invested by the customer through the buying process is called as the time cost. Customers have to spend time for searching, evaluating, buying, and other decision process related to the product. As another way, this can be identified as the time taken by the customer to locate a stationery store, go to there and buy the product. In the case of online shopping, it is the time taken looking for products, purchasing into moment and delivered to the doorstep. High involvement product has high time cost than low involvement products. Some high involvement products like cars, electric items like that, the customers spend more time for buying these kind of products. In the low involvement products, there are some examples like milk powders, clothes, like daily essentials. The customers spend low time for buying these kind of products. There are some time costs aware with the Love supermarkets. When compared to the Case and Cargill, the Love have few number of outlets. Therefore, customers have to spend more time to reach Love supermarkets, as well as Love have the limited variety of product availability. Therefore, sometimes customer buy some therefore, customer have to buy another alternative for their choices. In here, customer have to spend more time for searching and evaluation for what do they have to buy. And we are going to suggest these things for Love supermarket, establish outlet in the main cities for enhancing the customer reaching and improve the products range and varieties and enhance the awareness of the product information. It may help for the reduce their buying, reduce time cost as well as buying cost, and enhance the quality and information of their websites. Upeksha, it's over to you.
Thank you, Anisha. Now I'm going to explain how energy cost affect to create customer perceived value. Energy cost can be defined as degree of physical effort applied by the customers for finding, evaluating, purchasing the ultimate products. Low energy cost create more customer perceived value. In the case of Love Supermarket Private Limited, has high energy cost due to limited coverage when compared to competitors in the industry. Therefore, we recommended some suggestions to reduce energy cost in order to increase the customer perceived value. Those suggestions are all island-wide customer reach, introduce own branded products, increases technology development, and increasing supply of more healthy products. Now I would like to invite Tanuja to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Peksha. So let's move into the psychological cost. That is the cost that the customer has to make that is the total mental effort that the customer has to make when selecting, acquiring, and using a product or a service. So compared to other three costs, it is difficult to measure this cost as it would take lots of biological and psychological data, and it may vary from customer to customer. So here we have listed down 2 examples for your references. So the first one is the mental effort that the customer has to put when selecting Love over the other alternative supermarkets. And the second one is since Love has less product varieties compared to other supermarkets, the stress that the customer has to bear on worrying about the product availabilities. So to next slide please. To overcome these drawbacks and to reduce the psychological cost, we suggest Love Supermarkets to follow strategies on proper brand positioning the customer mind, where then the customer may not need to worry about the alternatives as Love comes to their mind at first. And to enhance the product ranges and varieties by reducing the customer stress on product availability. So that is all about the psychological cost. And moving to the conclusion, throughout the presentation, we talk about the customer perceived value, elements of the perceived value, and the identified issues relating to Love Supermarkets, and we have given suggestions to overcome those limitations. So that is all about our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, let's just speed up ultimately, right? Okay, right. So, what is customer cost? The perceived cost that received from the product, right? Many answers I have seen in the chat box. Anyhow, you must remember what the benefits, total benefits from the bundle of benefits that the consumer received from the product, right? At the same time, we can't discuss benefits or the value alone rather than looking at another connecting concept, which is the cost, right? So it's usually take or the connect with the cost. So where the price it's worth for compared to the benefits of the product, right? So that is the key things you must explain relating to that, and that is the summary. Their presentation is very lengthy and everything explained, but first part the benefit section, so they started with the image value. That is the drawback, right? So you want to start with the marketing product value. Product, it is the starting point. Product value, then the service value, connecting services value, maybe the perceived reliability, durability, product performance, and everything. We can look at from the delivered value relating to the product, right? Then the service value, it is more relating to the connection of these different services, delivery, trading, maintenance, consumer how decide the product to provide better services to their customers, right? So therefore, second, you want to explain the second section, services, not you may need to start it with the image value, right? That is the last part, right? Then the personal value. Personal value, basically customer, person, the company, corporate, whether the company employees. Especially we are considering how the staff and the employees provide their services to the consumers, especially how can company train staff, whether they are trained, whether when we look at the laugh, so how much they support the customers to find the product. Maybe are they courtesy? Are they friendly ways treat the customers? So then the company's point of view, we want to look at their motivational aspects. How are they empowered by the company? So staff is very convenience to the consumer. So these are the personal value we want to, how their knowledge, what are their skills and their attitude. All these are very important. Once you are looking at their appearance, even the dress code and other ways, responsive to the work, empathy to the consumers, efficiency, everything you can connect to explain your personal value or the personal benefit section, right? Then usually you have to prove the company delivered value to the consumer by adding the personal value. Maybe the image come later under the different symbols, logos, maybe some slogans, colors, themes and color schemes, outer appearance of the company, maybe the design, even the brand identity, as you mentioned, loyalty. So everything you can discuss under the image value, right? That is, summarized for other students who are in this class. One group mentioned that the four values and the four determinants of the value in wrong way. All the other group members or everybody start with the image value. That is not the way you want to start to explain your values, right? Or the benefits. Benefits should be started with the product value, service value, then the personal and the image value. That is the simple and important things I want to tell you relating to value section, right? Then the cost, that is nicely started with the first determinants of the monetary value. Monetary value means what is the amount you pay for that. Cost, time, not only the monetary value, people know, or the consumer normally connect with the time cost, energy cost, and psychological cost, right? Those relating to those three aspects you explain nicely, elaborate in examples in take in laugh company, right? So if you take the time cost, maybe if you have a long queue to pay your bill, so that is actually so you can talk under the time cost. Then you are giving some suggestions to overcome those things. Energy cost, that is again you want to spend a lot of time. Sometimes you want, if you are going to bank, so you have to fulfill some documents. So many documents we have to complete. Likewise, there are a lot of energy we have to spend. We have to spend energy to, especially the supermarket, to find the product if it is not nicely display in the different each section relating to the different categories, right? So that is that's we need to spend a lot of energy. Psychological cost, that is the mental stress of not comfortable to engage with the shopping activities. Maybe sometimes fear of feelings because of the COVID situation. Sometimes embarrassments to ask some loyal brand names from the company people, right? That is very important sections you must understand relating to 4 determinants from the cost. Don't think about the value. It is not a single concept or the single word that we can talk about along. So every time it's connecting with the cost, cost benefit analysis. Normally you can compare with the customer, especially your company customer, to serve better than the competitors' customers. Then you can deliver the value to your customer. So what are the way we can improve the customer value? So you can increase the total customer value or the total customer benefits by looking at the product, services, personnel, and the image value. And at the same time, you can reduce non-monetary cost. Even you can reduce monetary cost. By the time you can reduce non-monetary cost, reducing time, the time waste, maybe the energy and other things. So then psychological cost, if you can reduce, then you can increase customer value. Then again, you can product can reduce more cost by, and they can increase values, the different sections that we discuss under the value customer delivered value section, right? So that is the key things you must remember relating to that part, right? In addition to that, you may think about the way you want to present and you want to describe your value section. So the value determinants, especially product, services, personnel, and image. Cost, that is monetary, time cost, energy, and psychological cost, right? So I think additional things and the summary, you get more understanding during your group 4 presentation. You can understand so many examples and also some suggestions to improve different determinants to enhance customer value, right? So that is good presentation. But the main difficulty is you are taking much more time for your presentation. Anyhow, I think it is very simple things you can understand relating to the that one. I think simply you can look at it from the maybe. Right, this is the customer delivered value, right? So this one we started here. We should started here, right? Should start here. So then you can go there. Then 4 determinants lead to the total customer benefits and the total customer cost. Explain these 4. Finally, both together you can understand customer delivered value. Most of the time, perceived value is the most important things. Group number one, right? That is, they also again start with the image value. Anyway, do up and down, right? That is the things you want to consider here, right? Anyway, now again. Right. Any question relating to the customer value and the customer delivered value? I think you can read and get more understanding. Even I will send you the students' presentation recordings as well. Right. Then the next one, group number 12. Anything else you can add? So anyhow, I get some answers from different groups. Every time I touch every chat box related answers and put more stars to that group to get more marks, right? Anyway, that is important to connect with the lecture, right? Classroom activity based thing. Group number 5. Are you here? Group number 5?
Yes, madam, we are here.
Yes, right. The way you can measure in customer satisfaction. Right. Okay. Start.
Lakmali, can you start? This is our group.
Who is the group leader?
I am James C.J. Jayasinghe. I am the group leader. First part will explain the.
Anyway, no, it doesn't matter. Are all members here today?
Yes, madam.
Right.
Okay, Lakmali will start the first session. Lakmali, over to you.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning to you all. We are group number 5 and our topic is the ways of measuring customer satisfaction, which is an interesting area in marketing management. Next slide. We have 9 members in our group. Next slide. As everybody well aware, customer satisfaction is measuring of how happy the customers are with the company's product, service, and the capabilities of the company. Next slide. Next slide, please. Resulting the satisfaction state of the customer, it can be categorized into state of delighted, satisfied, or dissatisfied according to the level of product perceived performances in relation to the customer expectation as shown in this picture. Next slide, please. Under the topic ways of measuring customer satisfaction, we will be talking about 6 major techniques widely used by the companies. First one is customer complaints and suggestion system. Second one, customer satisfaction surveys. Third one, lost customer analysis. Fourth one, ghost shopping. Fifth one, retention rate. And finally, the net promoter score. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Let's move to the first technique of measuring customer satisfaction. Complaint and suggestion system. Companies use this technique widely as a tool to track the customer satisfaction. In order to facilitate this process, customer-centric companies establish hotlines with toll-free numbers, emails, websites for quick communication. Responding for a complaint or suggestion is considered as an important area because complaints always share the companies for its areas for improvement where some unsatisfied customers keep their unsatisfaction to themselves and simply stop using the product or service, causing a loss to the company. Next slide. Steps to responding to a customer complaint. Purpose of responding purpose of responding a customer complaint is turning off an uncomfortable situation of a customer experience
to us something constructive for customers and the business. Few tactics responding to customer complaint can be briefed as careful listening to the complaint, apologize the customer, sympathize with customer problem, telling the customer that you are solving the problem, continuously review the progress of the complaints, take a quick action, offering an additional benefit, finally, thanking the customer for the feedback. Next slide, please. Um, Complaints always bring a positive effect for an organization, and those are disguised blessing for an organization. As positive effects, organization can use complaints to identify its areas for improvement, strengthening the business customer relationship by providing opportunity for listening to the customer, allows the company to maintain the existing clients while obtaining new clients by keeping them satisfied with the service or product that they provide. Next slide, please. So the next, our second technique of measuring the customer satisfaction is customer satisfaction surveys. There are two major categories in customer satisfaction surveys. First one is customer satisfaction score, and the second one is post-service customer surveys. Under the first technique, satisfaction score is the real-time scoring system, such as simple binary question having a response of yes or no, and the smiley faces system, which is a very popular technique among the company. Post-service customer survey is study of customers' feedback retrospectively via the emails and live chats over the phone. Those are a few examples, and the fourth technique onwards, Dilini will be explaining.
Thank you, Lakmali. Next, customer satisfaction measurement is lost customer analysis. So that means survey to detect the root causes for losing customers. So organization collect the data and analyze the root causes for the lost customer analysis. So as a methods for collecting data, the organization can use trace the amount of time since the last purchase and IT analytical platforms. And also, in order to identify the root causes behind the lost customers, the organization can use quality tools. For example, 5 why techniques and also the fishbone diagram. So, importance of a lost customer analysis for an organization is it's provide a pathway to recapture, recreate loyal consumers, because as acquiring new consumers are very costly, and also it helps organization to identify the product or service performance using the lost customer feedbacks. Next one is most popular technique used by any organization, ghost shopping. This means use selected person to act as a potential buyers to report on strong and weak point experience in buying the companies and competitors' products. So advantages of this method, if we discuss, the first advantage organization can obtain is it monitor, measure, and improve the actual customer service experiences. And also, it keep your employees performing at their best levels and ensure that your stores are in compliance with company guidelines. And also, next advantage is get an unbiased feedback and analysis to determine customer satisfaction and improve the customer service levels. And also, it helps full organization to identify the improvements, opportunities, competitive strength, and weaknesses. If we move to the next measurement is the retention rate. The retention rate, that means the customer retention rate means it tells about business how many clients they are maintaining against the how many they are losing. It is used for a specific time period, such as for a trade month, quarter, or year. So customer retention rate or customer retention ratio can calculate from the customers at the end deduct the customers that are new, and divide the whole amount by the customers at the start. So in order to improve this retention rate, the organization can come up with some strategies. For examples like listen to the customers, value your customers, improve the customer experiences, and adapt loyalty programs. So when we talk about the advantages that organization can obtain by use of this retention rate, the first advantage is it only cost very less cost the organization have to spend for their marketing purposes, and also it is the companies to acquire the customers, and also it helpful to increase the brand loyalty of an organization, and also it help to obtain more positive feedbacks. Finally, we are discussing about the another important customer satisfaction measurement. It is Net Promoter Score. This means the way of monitoring how likely consumers are to recommend company's product or service to a friend or a co-worker. So here the organization uses a scale from 1 to 10 and asks customers to give a score with regard to 1 to 10. So if the customers are giving a score between 9 to 10, that customers are classified as promoters. Here it's indicated, and the promoters are more loyal and enthusiastic customers. And if the customers are giving a score between 7 to 8, those customers are known as neutrals. If they given a score between 1 to 6 or 0, those are known as detractors. So the Net Promoter Score can calculate from the percentage of the promoters, deduct the percentage of the detractors. That's about our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Right. Thank you. So you mentioned the 6 ways to measure customer satisfaction. Last 2 things, retention, customer, and performance things. So we take under the customer satisfaction survey part, right? Marketing research section. So anyhow, your group find the extended to the ways to measure the customer satisfaction as the new things. So anyway, it is a good presentation. Go shopping. Right, so it's actually a company hire an independent person. He's not a company employee, or maybe the people who are relating to the company, partners of the company. So that they need to find a independent person to hire independent person hired to act as a potential customers in the marketplace, right? Nicely chat box. Students put some mystery shopping and so many things we put as this to mention, right? So many students from different groups nicely explained and discuss, give the answer for that section. Anyway, customer satisfaction, at least your group need to connect it with the value concept. That is the important section you forget to explain, right? So you can't talk about satisfaction without customer value. Customer value and satisfaction are the building blocks of the marketing, right? So therefore you want to connect it with the customer value, right? Then they gain some benefits from the product, so that will support them to look at and evaluate their whether the perceived performance or the perceived expectation of the consumer is matched with the performance of the product, right? So that is important. That is the way you want to start your presentation. And otherwise, it has no connection between the other important concept, right? Anyway, it's a good presentation, and you highly appreciate your effort. And then we can move into the group number 6. Go shopping is relatively, so many people answer this question. Right. Okay, anything else you want to get? I will pass you to you. You may need to again refer handout 1, everything discussed in handout 1, and also you can get some video relating to the today's discussion from each groups with each group presentation later, right? Okay, right. Next group. Who are the next? Can we complete customer and company value section later on the recent trends? You can keep group 6.
Yes, ma'am. We are here.
But you can stay before other two groups present. That is important, right? Group number 7. Group number 7.
We are here, madam.
Yes. Right. You can share.
Sure.
Yes. Not consumer capabilities. New consumer capabilities in modern environment. Right.
Yeah, sure.
Start. Who is the leader?
It's Malaysia, Miss. Malaysia Sahan.
Marie?
Malaysia Sahan.
Malaysia.
Yeah.
Sahan. Okay. කිසිම සහනයක් දාන්න පටන් ගන්න. Right? Start.
Okay. Good morning, ma'am, and my dear friends. We are from group number 7, and we are going to speak a little bit about new consumer capabilities. And here are your friends who are going to explain what consumer capabilities mean. And first and foremost, what does the term consumer capabilities mean? Well, at past, consumers did not actually have the luxury of consuming whatever they preferred. Instead, they always had to stick with what sellers sold them. Lack of a wide variety of alternative products actually allowed vendors to control the purchasing behavior of consumers. In other words, it is safe to say that the hands of consumers were literally tied by the chains. Anyway, even at present, does the situation remain the same? No, right? Not at all. At present, consumers have the freedom and capability to buy and consume whatever they want without any limitations. Not only that, at present, consumers are also capable of making significant social influences and thus have an upper hand over the vendors. So, what are the factors which created this shift from being a powerless consumer to being a consumer with unlimited powers? Out of numerous factors, we as a group identified modern technology, globalization, and social responsibility as the three main factors which created these new consumer capabilities. The infrastructure and the societal standards which have been created as a result of these three factors have actually made consumers significantly powerful. Well then, without any further ado, let's have a look at some of these new consumer capabilities. And I would like to invite Ms. Oshani to speak about the first consumer capability that we identified.
Thank you, Malaysia, and good morning to everyone. When discussing about the ability to choose from a variety of goods and services and order anything over internet, today world mainly dealing with e-commerce. Every corner of the world interact with each other in businesses. Both companies and consumers get many advantages with this aspect. Online buying and selling of any product, including foods, clothes, furniture, jewelries, also a service like consulting, plays a major role in today's era of connectivity. Mainly, artificial intelligence directly influencing in e-commerce. This is a completely automated intelligent system that can help shoppers find exactly what they need and companies able to present what they want to sell to consumers. By this, gain many advantages for both companies and consumers. It creates more efficient sales process, personalization on online purchases, open for visual search, automated customer service with chatbots. Also, this really help for the rapid growth and provide easy access to market all over the world. And help to expand the market in every corner. Thank you, everyone. Now I invite Prasangi to continue.
Thank you, Ashani. Another consumer capability that we have identified in the study of this topic, the ability of interact with companies to customers. Today's consumers are not just focused into price, features, and security, but also to the business shared values and beliefs. One way that a business can engage with their consumer is to integrate them more closely into the business. Engaging with consumers and integrating their opinions into product develop presents and key opportunities for businesses. In the first example here, the Coca-Cola is one company that has the open innovation. A few years ago, the company introduced a new dispenser machine that allowed consumers to mix their own flavors and provide ideas back to the companies for new ones. In the second example here, more recently, the company gained customer feedback for new flavors. As a result of that interaction with consumers, Coca-Cola with coffee, the new product variety planning to launch to the market. The third example, the Elon Musk, Tesla CEO, open visit Tesla drivers to solve problem. One Twitter user called Frank said he had a problem with steering wheel getting into and out of his car. After paying attention to this idea given by the customer, Musk decided to solve this problem and implement it into a large scale. So, successful business consumer interaction easily build effective trust. Thank you, and I would like to invite Manshri to continue the presentation.
Okay, thank you. The third capability is social media to express opinions and display solidarity. You know, what is social media? Social media are interactive technologies and digital channels that facilitate the creation and sharing information, ideas, and interests through virtual communities and networks. That refers people use social media to communicate with others. And now there are more than 4.5 billion social media users around the world. You know, the common examples for social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and there are more. There are some practical examples in the real world that proves this new consumer capability. I think you can remember some cases related to the Anchor milk powder and the brand Maggi noodles, and also McDonald's plastic straw case. If we consider that case, after pressure from a customer-led campaign, which at the time had almost 500,000 signatures through social media, McDonald's in the UK ditched plastic straw and rolled in paper straw instead. Bringing about this change was a massive project, as the restaurant chain supplied 1.8 million straws to the UK customers each day. But the whole project went through social media as an uncontrollable way. And also, you can remember the case related to the Anchor milk powder related with bacteria problem. Through that, customers could make a considerable impact on the product and brand image through the social media. That caused to ban the product temporarily in Sri Lanka also. So, we can identify using social media to express opinions as a new customer capability in present context. So, that is the third capability of new consumer capabilities. And now I would like to invite Yashara to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Another reason that the consumer capabilities has increased is because today we have a platform in which where we can compare the product prices and product attributes. For example, recently people have been panic buying electronic cookers. So if we live in the past era, we would simply walk into a Abans or a Singer, and we would have about 3 different products of electronic cookers, and we will have to select one from that. Here, the buyer does not have a lot of buying power, but today we can simply search in the internet and we will get a list of products where it will compare the prices, where it will compare the different attributes and also people's review. So here as a buyer, we can decide on what's the best offer and get the product. So in conclusion, in the modern market, consumer capabilities have increased with time due to globalization, new technologies, and social responsibilities, giving more buying power to the customers. This is also the reason why the concept of customer is the king is now moving to customer is the god. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right? So, right? You can see here, right? The summary I have already given in your handout 1, right? Then you can get some extended understanding relating to new consumer capabilities. And in those days, so that unlike traditional consumer rights and consumer capabilities, today's consumers have more, right? Especially, you can see relating to the three aspects that the group mentioned in especially technology and some key points, three key points they highlighted, and then they explain every section very nicely, giving some examples, right? The weaknesses of your is consumerism, consumer empowerment, and consumer rights. Everything you want to discuss rather than going through the strictly to explain the by increasing buying power and information, maybe the engage in lot of chances to compare the product. Maybe they can get through the internet, or even they can touch and they can compare with the other product. So many things you can explain, but at the same time you may need to explain consumer and what the consumerism, and then they are, how can company or the society empower the customers and their rights. Those things also you want to add to your presentation. That is the lacking part, right? So there are a lot of answers I get through the consumer rights, especially considering the today's customers rather than going with the traditional customer rights, right? So many people mention that to get the information, real information, to get the right information, right things, they product and everything they want to introduce, especially try to explain the safety of the products, and those things they explain group 9, 5, 14, maybe the 13, everybody group 9 relating to that particular presentation, right? Okay, that is this small mistake or small lacking section in your presentation. Other than that, it is very nicely explained, getting so many example. Malisha Sahan, right? So you can add something. So need to look at the consumerism, especially consumer sovereignty, right? Those things also we want. You must understand. You must read and get basic understanding about the key concepts relating to marketing discipline, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Noted, ma'am.
thank
Thank
you
you very
very
much.
much. Then the next group, the company capabilities. Any question? You are in the MBA level, that's why I am asking to go beyond that one and connect the consumer capabilities related some connecting concepts, right? Then the next one, the company capabilities, right? You can start with that group 8, company capabilities. I don't want to give the break, right? So we want to get the presentation. If you want to leave and have a tea or breakfast, then you can take within that, right? Okay, right. Group number 8. Who is the leader? Can you tell me your group leader?
It's me, madam. Karindi. Karindi.
Harindi, right, Harindi. Your group can start.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Today, we are group number 8, and today we are going to discuss about new company capabilities in modern world. So, as we all know, marketing is the management process for identifying, anticipating, and satisfying customer requirements in a profitable way. When satisfying these customer needs and wants, companies are using different approaches. So these approaches have been developed and advanced because of the influence of technology, customer empowerment, and likewise because of these kind of factors, these approaches have been developed. And basically, we can identify company capabilities as the company's ability to use available resources to perform marketing tasks in a way that achieve desired marketing outcomes. Referring to that, we have a lot of new company capabilities, but with the available time limit, we have selected to discuss these 4 new company capabilities. Those are value co-creation, social media marketing, experiential marketing, and digital marketing. When it comes to value co-creation, you all know that customer satisfaction and value are the main building blocks of marketing. So how we are going to create this value? So this at present, marketers use this co-creation concept. It means this co-creation is defined as the interaction of individuals in the context of developing, redefining, and inventing something new. In other words, we can say that this co-creation is the interaction between the customers and the service provider. Throughout the value creation process, customers interact with the service provider. So this can be identified as a new company capability, which will provide a competitive advantage to the company. Considered in Sri Lankan context, wedding planning organizations are using this value co-creation. For an example, when a couple hand over their wedding planning to the to a wedding planning organization, with the involvement of this wedding planning organization, the couple goes through this whole planning process until they get a unique wedding ceremony. So, when considering about the other countries, like most of the hotels, restaurants, the tour packages, these kind of things are developed based on this value co-creation process. And when it comes to the social media marketing, under digital marketing, one main branch that we can consider is social media marketing. So under social media, now marketers have come up with new initiatives like offering a personalized experience for the customers, and also companies can create an efficient content marketing strategy through social media. Using these social media, particularly Facebook, marketers can narrow down their target market and they can select the ideal group of customers that they should see the advertisements, their company content of the company. Simply, we call this as focus group marketing. And also, companies are now creating these brand communities with the involvement of their customers. So, customers can share their experiences in these communities, and in here the e-word of mouth, or the in other words we can call this as brand advocates. So these are happens within these brand communities, and also companies are sharing their product developments, their offerings, and the important things about their companies within these uh, brand communities. So the potential customers also can refer to these brand communities and they can decide on their purchase decision. When it comes to the jazz up your profiles with the diverse content strategy, these marketers now have the capability to use different content such as videos, posts. Sometimes now there is a increasing trend of using social media influencers to promote companies' offerings and so on in order to boost the company reach, and also telling a story by going live. There are options available in social media, so the companies what the company is doing. We can we can share those contents live to all the customers. So these can be identified as social media marketing, some new company capabilities based on social media marketing. And one important thing is trend hijacking. We all know this term itself says that hijacking is a trend. It's a trend hijacking is to hijack a trend or news. The intent of this trend hijacking is to make the brand more visible in the digital space by taking the advantage of hot news or trends. For an example, if we take this FB post, recently, if you can remember, there was a hot news sharing among these social media and all. Paratam Samudre Ralapanava Kada Vidina Manterua Kadai. So, taking that as a hot topic, this teacher has created her brand. He created his promotional campaign like this. So this is also happening. This also happening at present using this social media, and that's all about valid co-creation and social media marketing. So I would like to invite Rochelle to continue the presentation.
Yes, thank you, Tarindi. And when it comes to experiential marketing, as we all know, now we live in an experience economy. So, if we look back, earlier companies wanted to offer a high quality product or service to its customers. And companies used product, price, place, promotion to achieve competitive advantage. But by today, consumers search not just a good or a service. So, along with the good or service, they need a memorable experience. So, as an example, if we take Starbucks, they are not just selling coffee. Always they sell or they try to give a good experience, a memorable experience along with the coffee. So people or the consumers, they come to this particular shop not just to have a cup of coffee, but to get that particular experience. And the most important thing is this particular capability appeals to the emotional side of the consumer. So this capability will help an organization to easily win the hearts and minds of the consumers. So through this capability, what an organization can do is they can stimulate the purchasers and also they can make the product memorable, and also they can use this as a technique to build relationships and also to increase loyalty and to increase the number of customers they have. And the most important thing is this experiential marketing can use to change the mind of dissatisfied customers, and also it will improve the brand awareness. So now Dushanta will explain the digital marketing and service marketing as a capability in an organization.
Thank you, Rochelle. Move to the digital marketing and service marketing. With the development of the new technologies, a new field of marketing has emerged, and we can identify it as a digital marketing. On the other hand, the marketing of products or services using digital technologies, mainly on the internet, but also including mobile phones, display advertising, and any other digital medium that's we can call as the digital marketing. There are the types of digital marketing. When the company using any one of the method of this type of digital marketing, so they automatically enter into the digital marketing. In present, service marketing is influenced by digital marketing, and with the use of new digital technologies, companies are offering services with the support of the advance of technologies. Next slide. Artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence processed by machines, especially computer systems. Specific applications of artificial intelligence include expert system, natural language processing, speech recognitions, and machine vision. Artificial intelligence is used by many companies at present for the following action: analyze and narrow audience for complete ad serving personalization. Second one is the use predictive analytics from past campaign to assess the performance of elements from the creative direction at format, copywriting, font, color, button, etc. Third one, gather and process data to develop insight on audience, binding strategies for improvement. Fourth one is process on page information and identify where ads should be placed. Robot. The next one is the robot. Robot are used manufacture and service goods. Robot system using the manufacturing factories and services service to the goods. There is a trending method in present, and it will be increased to the future because of the result of it will be exceed expectation. A lot of company think to use this robot system to join their business because of their benefits and advantages of this robot system. And we will ready to provide the small video regarding this robot and search engine optimization. Marketers are using search engine optimization to improve the visibility of the company's websites. When people search the product or service related to your business in Google, Bing, and other search engine, the better visibility your pages have in search result, the more likely you are to gather attention and attract prospective in existing customer to your business. As for an example, if someone think to buy some product, so we already search regarding this product in the normally Google. So when we are searching some electric item, we are in the laptop, we searching from the Google, then automatically the Google provide the details of that laptop, and additionally they are providing some special points where you can buy in that product. That's the search engine optimization. The companies are getting the additional benefit from that search engine optimization. Another one, chatbots. The chatbot is a program that communicates with the customer, most commonly using the text interface and artificial intelligence. It answers inquiry around the clock. It's been 24 hours into 7 days. They are automatically replying to the customer questions. That's all about our presentation. So we can watch this video regarding the robot.
Hey, are you going to play video?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
We already planned to.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Right, so then that's actually no need to explain what is the new company capabilities. Everybody can understand. Even your group start with the value co-creation section. It is very important because today we are looking at the partnership marketing, co-value creation, both the manufacturer and manufacturer and the customers, right? So even all the key areas, social marketing, and especially the digital revolution gave more new capabilities to operate companies today, right? So linking with that digital marketing, service marketing, artificial intelligence, everything you have completed. Then one question I want to ask from you, your group: what are the sellers' right or the marketers' rights? Maybe there are some traditional sellers' rights and even some new rights you have to understand relating to that one. One group I think mentioned very clearly in their chat box. So everybody can go through it and get some answers because it is very important sections, right? So the next group is now number 6. Number 6, can we keep it to the next time? Because it is connecting with the marketing environment section. So then we will discuss next time is better. Because I want to connect them with all these things, right? In addition to their company capabilities, even you have to add some extended things like re-engineering, maybe the outsourcing, benchmarking. I think maybe some merging, right? So everything other than the key points, you can add some extended new changes and new connections in the company and the other partners and stakeholders related one, right? Then who are the group number 6?
Yeah, we are the group number 6, ma'am.
Because actually I want to connect your section with the next lecture. That's why I asked you to stay for a little while.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we can discuss it with here. I think maybe this is the. Yeah, so because before stop that, I want to give you the just to brief your major task of the assignment in the final task, right? So this is relating to the marketing planning. Next 2 weeks we will going to discuss marketing planning and the maybe the marketing trends, especially focusing on the macro marketing influences and so forth. Anyhow, before that, I just want to brief small things relating to the marketing over final assignment. So you should work as a group. Same groups can continue, especially this assignment. So you want to find the new product idea, especially that idea you can't find based on your gut feeling, or maybe if you are thinking about this is the now is the COVID situation, and then there may be a huge demand for face shield or something. That is not the way, right? So you want to start it with the real marketing approach and the marketing way of presenting that. You need to start with the customer analysis. So and then you can understand what is the gap relating to the present market, or whether the consumers are satisfied with the existing product or they are not satisfied with, then why do they not satisfied, how many or whatever the things they look at from the companies, and then what can be support and introduce to solve that particular problem relating to unmet needs or unfulfilled needs. Likewise, you have to analyze first the consumer analysis based research, or maybe sometimes you can just talk to the consumers and get insights of the consumer. Likewise, you can discuss those things, right? So that is the starting point of your next the final presentation. So I am not asking you to do a report writing section, because actually it is a very hectic part in your presentation slide is enough, right? Then the second thing is you want to find the new market related idea, not only the product. It doesn't mean the physical product, except that you can learn product. Maybe there are 10 entities, like it may be idea, maybe sometimes it may be the information or something, so forth. So therefore you can connect it with the new idea relating to the imaging trends relating to the marketing environment, right? Based on that discussion, and maybe the secondary data collection, or maybe the what is the maybe the primary data collection, or sometimes without research you can get the marketing intelligence, or whatever the way you can collect this. That should be nicely expressed in the first stage of your presentation, to explain the gap of the new product idea, right? So that is the way you want to start your one, right? So you can, at least the common mistakes of this today's presentation I have not mentioned yet, because actually you want to put one particular slide telling the reference of whatever the things you mentioned in your presentation, right? That is lacking in each group's presentation. Even sometimes if you are getting some maybe the definitions, or maybe some person's thoughts within bracket, you have to put that should be the academic rigor, or the academic way of starting your learning as the MBA and the higher the postgraduate student, right? So that is important. So here I sent sometimes I sent some articles, maybe sometimes I recommended textbooks. In addition to that, you can refer some extended textbooks and articles, like your today's presentations. Maybe you collect so many information from so many articles and textbooks, like that. So it is important to put that, right? That is very, very essential as a master's level student, right? So end of the final presentation slide, you have to put your references as well, right? So the references, at least you may need to go through 5 to 10 references for your assignment, right? This is the assignment guide, right? So you want to give a brief introduction about not the report, maybe the criteria we selecting to analyze marketing opportunity. To analyze marketing opportunity, you learn it's a very important mechanism is marketing research and marketing information system. Using these things, you can analyze macro environment, micro environment, then analyze consumer and competitors. So everything through that you can understand the gap, or the gap relating to whatever the business idea that you will be going to discuss as a new product under the to develop marketing plan, right? So therefore, based on that, you can find target market. Based on this analysis, you can find them. Then you can explain why you choose that particular target market. Justifications are also important. Marketing strategies based on that target market you can develop. If it is service, maybe 7 P's, 5 P, 4 P's, and everything you can. So don't forget the implementation and controlling part. Just you can explain, right? This is the key things you want to consider relating to to report, but if it not report, but the even the PowerPoint presentation slides also, you may need to think about that spelling, grammar, syntax, and all the references and everything, right? This is the way we are going to give you a guide, right? So then visual presentation, like some groups today very nicely prepare their presentation slides, PPT, right? So it is very important. It should be professional. It should be actually academic. It has academic and professional way of presenting your slides, right? So that is also very important. Then presentation style. So there are everybody can present. So many things relating to the presentation context, content. We will allocate marks, especially relating to the gap analysis. Then identify the market or the target market, and based on that target market, how you can propose new idea or new product. Then you may need to develop objective of the marketing plan, and finally the strategies relating to marketing plan to implement that particular market new products in future, right? That is the idea relating to that one. Anyway, I will email this to and upload to the LMS. Then you can go through it and get some clear understand. If you are not clear, please ask me different time period we will meet. So then that is important to discuss what is the final assignment. Before that, right, we want to complete another important sections relating to the other groups who are not especially connecting with the activity that we have already given. Maybe in group 9, do you have one? Do you have title? No.
No, madam.
9 to 16?
9, no, madam.
Right? Group 9? Yes. Yes. Vivekananda. Your group, are you Vivekananda? Yes. Vivekananda, your group can capture social criticisms in marketing. Right? That section. Right? Okay. Then the group 10, mindful consumption. Right? Then 11, sustainability. Sustainability and spirituality. Then the next groups, 12th, cradle to grey and cradle to cradle. So that is also sustainability marketing related key concept, key 2 concepts. Then the group 13, lohas and low viewers, right? So that is again some special things relating to sustainability aspects that I have already sent you to some special handouts, or not the handouts, articles. 2 articles up to here I sent to you, right? Then the group 14, social marketing and societal marketing. I think societal marketing you learn how social marketing is different from societal marketing. It is important to touch in your group. Then the group 15, right? They may need to touch green marketing myopia, and greenwashing right? If you want, I will tell you. Group number 16, you don't have title, right? So what can we do? You can discuss group 19, group 16, consumerism and environmentalism. What is that? Consumerism and environmentalism, right? These are the titles. What is the madam? It is only presentation. No need reports, because actually, it has taken a lot of time, even with your heavy workload. I think it is important to prepare PowerPoint presentation slides enough, right? So please prepare PowerPoint slides. Then you can even you can have 10 to 15 minutes. time to time we go through it. If you want to get some extended articles, please let me know. In 2 articles I have already sent it. It is included the mindful consumption behavior, sustainability, spirituality aspect, low harsh and social marketing. So many things in that one, right? Even I think you may better to group 16, right? Sorry, group 16. I can change the title, so you can see 4 P's or 7 P's in green marketing 4 P's, green marketing mix, green marketing mix, right? So that is the final section that we can discuss relating to that one, right? Okay. If you prefer consumerism and environmentalism, no matter. If you prefer green marketing mix, that is also in environmental imperatives article by Philip Kotler. So that article you can use as the base article. In addition to that, at least you may need to give 2-3 references. All these group presentations will be evaluated by another groups from the who are already presented today. That is actually very important. Otherwise, we are not connecting with the paper. Not only asking what the area you touch in your presentation, but in the final examination paper, we are asking questions relating to entire syllabus and the entire presentations that you are time to time do under the classroom activity, right? So therefore, remember, it is very essential to discuss these key things relating to that one. Even once you are completing all these sections, you may really understand what is marketing. Even simply you can understand the new trends, the new marketing, the new additional things relating to marketing discipline, especially focusing on the sustainability marketing, green marketing, and social marketing, and so forth, other than the core value creation and so many things that you have already present. When is the deadline for the marketing plan presentation? That is the final day. That is final day. Time allocated for the presentation, at least 15 minutes. In your presentation slides, you can add everything. Even if you will do some research, then research findings base, all the informations and the findings and the gap related data analysis, everything you can put on your presentation slides. But the thing is, don't use all these things to describe in detail. Like today's some presentations, they put everything, but the thing is, you have to find the key things, key important things to the presentation. So that is, even the PhD level, if you will be completed your PhD, you have to present your PhD maybe during 3 years completed, or the big heavy work, but you will have only 20 minutes to present your PhD thesis findings, right? So therefore, that is also you want to practice, especially for your Viva, for MBA. Even you will have only 15 to 20 minutes to present your entire thesis or the research paper project. So that is also you want to practice. That's why you will have a same time, maybe the 15 minutes, right? Okay. Then we will have 5 minutes to ask questions and clarifications and comment on your presentation. Right? These are the key things. 2 articles I have already uploaded to LMS. Then the another one, green marketing myopia related article, I can pass it to you. In addition to that, it is open up to you. Find the new articles, new research articles to get some key points and some thoughts from the different scholars to highlights under the different sections in this particular areas, right? So that is the thing. Okay, I think you get basics relating to that one. Anyhow, this next time we want to discuss actually the scan in marketing environment, right? Marketing environment part. So based on that, that's why I am asking the other group members to present it in next Saturday, right? Next Saturday. Then we can continue that. Today, actually, it's very heavy workload, and then the electricity issue we will face in 10 o'clock. Therefore, I think to stop now. And the thing is, the other thing I want to tell you, I have already uploaded a marketing environment handout to your LMS. If the group of people who are in all the groups, not the specifically group 6, all the group members, please look at these sections and find different new trends relating to modern marketing environment. Especially, it will support you to find the real new product idea for your marketing plan as well, right? Please do it relating to that one. Okay. Any question up to here? You can start with.
Madam, I am from group number 3.
Yes.
I think we didn't receive any title for article review.
Group number 3.
Yes.
But you have already presented it, so then you want to evaluate of the people who will be going to present. Maybe the title I couldn't remember. Group number 11. 11 එක ඒගොල්ලෝ මොනවද කරන්න බලන්න. ඒ විදිහට තමයි group 1 එක group 9 එක compare වෙනවා 2 with the 10, 3, 11, 4, 12, 5, 13, 6, 14, 7, 15, 8, 16. Right? All these areas, both groups want to actually want to read and then try to get some answers. Then you can earn marks. Otherwise, we will.
Okay, madam, thank you.
We don't have much time to get every groups to present, because that's why I am asking that, right? Okay. Your contribution is very important, connecting with the relevant group. Okay, right.
Okay, madam.
Now you have already earned marks today. Then you can get more marks connecting with that particular areas. Okay, right.
Okay, madam.
Any other question or clarification? Okay. I am happy about your presentations, right? So there are different things I want to give you to relate into the remarketing, demarketing, synchro marketing, maintenance marketing. So those keywords you want to remember relating to marketing management. Marketing management as demand management section, right? So that is important. Maybe it is very time to time we highlighted different aspects relating to your exam papers. That's also important. Okay, we'll meet again next Saturday. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Before that, so the Kavinda also.
Yes.
Kavinda, are you here?
Yes, madam, I am here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kavinda, can you pass your all group members list to me? I put my email.
Right. Okay, madam.
srohini@sdp.ac.lk.
Okay, madam. I will share the document with you.
Okay, thank you very much, Kavinda. Kavinda or Kavinda?
Kavinda, madam.
Kavinda. Thank you, Kavinda. Okay.
Welcome, madam.
Group 9 to 16, not the presentation will be next Saturday, right? It's a final day.
Okay, madam.
Yeah, that's the final one. So other than that, we have to teach something to you, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, Putta.
Recording stopped.